Reeby's wedding, and everyone is so happy. Even Joe, he's loving it the most.
I want to go home. I don't want to. I want to go home!
Reeby is so happy and looks so gorgeous in her wedding dress. She just wants to thank her father for showing up. But we know Joe's a piece of shit, and he don't really give a fuck.
Joseph, I just want to thank you for coming to my wedding. I just wish that my brothers could have been here.
Brothers had a gig. There's nothing more important than that.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
One thing I've observed about Joe so far is that the children that can't do anything for him, he really don't give a fuck about them. Like, look at the interactions he has with Reeby. He's so cold and rigid. I haven't seen him even interact with little Randy or Janet yet. And where the fuck is LaToya?
Well, maybe it's just time for us to be a normal family.
Over his dead body.
Time waits any longer, it's gonna be too damn late.
Way to go, Joe. Your irrational fear of your children actually growing up and creating lives for themselves once again is consuming you and the atmosphere around you. You are such a great dad, bro.
Hi, guys. Hey. You nervous?
Hello.
The boys are getting ready for their first big Motown presentation. Let's wish them luck.
Marketing and creative.
What does that mean, creative?
This is the second time a basic word was said around Michael and he didn't know what it meant. Granted, I know he was 8 or 9 years old, but still, creative and attitude are pretty common words. What were they teaching him back in Gary, Indiana? Poor little boy.
Michael, stop asking so many questions. He drives everybody nuts.
Well, sir, if you actually took some time and talked to your children instead of chasing them around with a switch, they would know a thing or two.
Who are they?
That's Hazel, Mr. Gordy's daughter. And that is Roxanne and Patrice, her cousins.
Can a brother holler at you? Holler, holler, holler. Holler at you, holler, holler at you, holler.
I love how Jermaine skedaddled his way over there without giving a fuck about what Joe would have to say.
Thank you.
Jermaine, come on.
Damn, man, you see what happens when you isolate your boys from the world? They grow up to have no game. But I hope Jermaine gets a second chance. Having those boys perform poolside is so unsafe and impractical to say the least. So many things could go wrong. What if Michael would have slipped and fell? What if somebody would have splashed water on the equipment? Oh my god, like the shit could have been horrific. The presentation was a smash. Barry Gordy got the bright idea to send Michael, Jermaine, and Jackie off to Diana Ross's house. But nothing could go wrong. They're safe at Diana Ross's house, right? Let me know in the comments.
Well, I don't like it. And I don't understand it. Why? Michael and Jermaine have to fly out there alone with Jackie.
Catherine has some really cogent points. Because how come they couldn't fly out their whole family if they really wanted them there that bad?
Katie.
Is this a safe space? What in the well-calling ass music do they have playing in the background? I don't understand the score of this series. I love the series, don't get me wrong, always have, but how come they never had the actual music by the Jacksons? But no, they went with this Indian in the cupboard ass music.
And we're gonna stay a family.
I have a question. Why was the choreography in this series completely different from the choreography in real life? And they did that throughout this entire series from every dance number they did. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all know anything. Look at this beautiful moment. The entire hood is there to see the Jackson 5 on TV for the first time. You got baby Randy, baby Janet, the whole neighborhood, and it's a beautiful, sweet moment, man. I imagine it being the same way in real life. Oh yeah, and look, we even get a spotting. That's a LaToya spotting. There she is right there.
To introduce you to Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5.
So, you guys notice how in this scene, they do not have froze, but in real life, during this performance, they had afros? But I only brought this up because during the Michael movie, people were complaining how the Jackson 5 had froze too early, quote unquote, in comparison to the real life timeline. So once again, I'm pointing out the inconsistent bashing that people had across these two projects. So I'm just saying, I personally don't care about the hair, but a lot of people do. So how come people didn't complain about this? That's all I'm saying. So now we fast forward some time. The boys are international superstars, mega $1 million superstars, touring all over the world, merchandising, fans, groupies, the whole nine. You would think at this point Joseph would be satisfied, resting on his laurels, or even just enjoying the fruits of his labor. But no, he's still an asshole, really. Like here, for instance, Tito is getting married, but Joe really don't give a fuck.
We're gonna get married anyway. Let's show the ring.
Joseph is so weird to me, because at first I kind of understood his mentality because his back was against the wall. He didn't want to be stuck in the hood for his whole life. So he went through desperate measures to get his boys out of Gary, Indiana. But now that they're all growing up and successful, you would think he would have lightened up just a little bit. But no, I felt like he became much colder and even harder just because he had this irrational idea that if they grow up and live their own lives, is that the Jacksons are going to lose it all. It's just so selfish and it's just so creepy to me.
Well, Joseph, aren't you gonna say anything?
No. And it doesn't stop there. Here are more examples of Joe being a piece of shit.
Got a beautiful brand new house here. And you want to move?
I don't understand you, Joe. You got all these kids and you don't want any of them to have a life outside of you. That's so fucking weird.
Only don't marry that girl.
Joe tries to persuade Tito out of marrying that girl by promising some camera equipment and telling him that his life would be ruined if he does marry this girl. What is wrong with this man, for real? Oh, it's wild. I'm actually surprised someone as narcissistic as Joe allowed himself to be portrayed like this on TV, because this man looks like a raging maniac all the time. They are rich, they are successful, but yet he is not happy. Like, you look like a real psychopath. And what's scary, I believe they toned Joe down a lot for this series. It's a beautiful time. We are at Tito's and Dee Dee's wedding. It is absolutely beautiful. But there's one person in particular who is not having a good time. Can you guess who that is?
This marriage is going to be bad for the group. Got to keep a tight rein. I'm tired, boss.
Catherine looks so defeated and tired of this nigga. It's like, what is it going to take for you to finally relax, Joe? Like, these guys are multi-millionaires, worldwide superstars, and you're still stressed about shit ending not in your favor. You're so weird, bro. There's no wonder why they all got married young and left. Reby, Tito, Jackie, Jermaine. As soon as they could, they got married and dipped. Like, why is this man so weird? But you think that's it? You think Joe is finally gonna calm down? You're fucking wrong, bro.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Michael, Marlon.
This is the infamous scene where Joe starts raging through the house, yelling at the top of his lungs over a goddamn towel. She is so over this man that she has some profound words for him.
Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed.
Let's fast forward. Michael still hates touring. Jermaine and Hazel are about to tie the knot. Big Barry Gordy is ecstatic about it, but Joe, what do you think, Joe? He doesn't even give a fuck. He doesn't even take Jermaine's call. What a piece. But no one gives a fuck because they continue to have this beautiful ass wedding. Sadly, Michael is very upset about it. He's starting to internalize everything Joe has been saying about the group breaking up over all of these marriages. But Michael, it's okay. You can go solo one day. You might become one of the biggest superstars of all time, bro. Just believe in yourself.
The wedding is over. Got that out of the way.
He really said that shit like it was the most stressful day of his life. Now Joe is pitching this big, bright idea to perform in Vegas on a variety show. It sounds super fun.
We're gonna play Vegas. Made a deal with the MGM Grand. Michael likes the idea. Oh, we put Janet.
Clearly, Michael did not know what the fuck Joe was talking about. She's the dynamite attraction. At the drop of a coin, she comes alive. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's super bad now. She's really here to blow your mind. The boys are older now, but they are tired of the same songs and the same routines. They want to go to Gordy and address these issues, but I'm sure Barry isn't going to give a fuck because they're not cute little boys anymore and they're no longer cash cows to him, so he's most likely going to drop them. Side note, at the date of this scene takes place in 76, why is Jermaine still in the lineup?
Another one.
And now lately, Michael has been staring in the mirror, slowly picking himself apart. And he's also dealing with the fact that he's no longer the cute little kid everyone loved once upon a time.
I hate the way I look. You know what they say right in front of me? That's little Michael Jackson. Yuck. He's got pimples.
This scene is so profound yet tragic because it not only shows how Michael feels about himself physically but internally as well. He expressed the fact that he has no identity outside of music, and now that the music is no longer selling and he's no longer a little kid, he has no clue what's going to happen next or who he's going to be. And this is low-key the beginning of his isolation. Here is a quote from LaToya's autobiography. His personality changed. Before, he'd been outgoing and comfortable with strangers. He withdrew into himself. My brother wouldn't talk to outsiders, and if he did, he'd look down or to the side to hide his face. Once the most sociable and effervescent of my brothers, he was now painfully shy, something I don't think he'll ever overcome. The boys decide to leave Motown to pursue more creative control, while Jermaine wants to stay with Motown for a solo career.
You just remember one thing. It's my blood going through your veins, not Berry Gordy's.
The actual story of how the Jackson 5 left Motown got really ugly and really fast. I could do a whole video on that if y'all want me to. Let me know in the comments. But one of my favorite quotes was from Tito Jackson himself when he said, "Motown focuses on making great singles. We want to make great albums." And that's exactly what they did when they went to Epic. They made some of the most beautiful black happy music this world has ever heard. So honestly, it worked out for the best for everybody.
Hazel, I don't know what's wrong. I can't take this pressure.
Although I've praised the acting across the board throughout this entire series, this Jermaine is hot dookie water. Tell me why is it so? I really got this man crying on the beach. Looking out across the open city's heart begins to beat. Reaching out. Now we have Michael Jackson recording Human Nature in 83, although Thriller was already out in 82. You know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. But no, on a serious note, this scene alone is the reason why I became obsessed with Human Nature. I'm sure it's the same way with a lot of people out there. And I'm going to say one more thing. Me and my mom used to laugh at the extra stank that he put on his facial expressions, knowing that Michael never really sang with that much stank on his face. But I'm not taking away from his performance. It was brilliant. Wylie did a great job. He's a legend. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't push it. We can handle this.
You guys got a pretty heavy schedule.
Now we have Joe faking an illness just so he can talk to his side boo. No lie, they should have known something was up. Like, Joe would never miss any fucking thing.
Just thinking of my sweetheart, just thinking of a new life, just thinking of the good signs, thinking about my baby. Get in the car!
They didn't even try with this Randy casting. I'm not even going to harp on it for too long. Let's move on. So the Jackson brothers are upset because they don't see Michael at all anymore. They say that they have to set an appointment just to see their own baby brother.
You're a liar. And you're a cheat. And I don't want you.
Not only did she find out Joe was a dirty dog, he also had a love child too. Not so fun fact, Giovanni Jackson, who is Joe's side baby, confessed that the other Jacksons did not accept her simply because once they found out that Joe allowed her to call him father or dad, they were just pissed off. They were livid. They hated every bit of it. So they did not even like her for that, even though it wasn't her fault. But it's just a real fucked up situation. And you know, so funny, my family, my mom's family, went through the same exact thing. They always said that they were the Jacksons that never made it, ironically, because they tried a singing group too, and their abusive father was a deadly alcoholic, and their life was a huge mess. But yeah, man, And this is the part of the story where everyone is asking Michael to do something he really don't give a fuck about, but he's so nice and big-hearted. He says yes to everything from the Motown 25 to that fuck-ass Pepsi commercial, and even to that weak-ass Victory Tour. I'm sorry, the tour wasn't weak at all. It was actually a great tour, but come on, man. He didn't even get to do a Thriller tour.
You know, once, when I was a kid, I was standing next to you and someone asked you if I was your son. I want you to say yes.
And here's the real footage from the Pepsi commercial. You know what's so fucked up? It really bothers me that Joe had the audacity to grovel at Michael's bed, begging him to do this tour while he's recovering from the burn injury he suffered while doing a commercial he didn't want to do in the first place. Like, this is wild. Michael had to carry his family since he was 8 years old, and they didn't give him a break. Unfortunately, I can understand why he decided to dip on this family as soon as he could. The Victory Tour is so fun, it's so great, and they have a great time. They have such a golly great ending, even though we all know the Victory Tour did not end like that at all. It's kind of cute that they went with a cheesy, happily ever after type of ending, but yeah. But that's all I have to say. And actually, side note, I know I talk crap about Wylie's performance and how he danced like Carlton while he was on speed. I will stand on the fact that he put everything he had into his performance of portraying Michael Jackson, and it shows because unfortunately he did pass away less than a year after the film was released. But his legacy lives on forever. Wylie, all jokes aside, you did a phenomenal job. Rest in peace. So yeah, that's all I have for this amazing Jackson 5 American Dream. I hope I don't get demonetized again. My other 2 videos got demonetized for whatever reason. I don't know why. I did everything YouTube asked of me to do, and they still demonetized me. But I had to just finish this series anyways. I hope y'all love it. Support me in other ways, like buying my books if you love poetry or romance. That way I can keep my channel going and create more time to create more material for you guys to watch. Thank y'all for fucking with it. It really breathes life into me. Yeah, so I don't want to get too emotional. Y'all have a good one. My phone's dying. Water, bye.